Hello, fellow explorers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying to a place whispered about in hushed tones, a site where history and mystery intertwine. It's known as the Chapel of the Hollow Eyes, and trust me, the name is just the beginning of its haunting story. Tucked away in a forgotten corner of the countryside, surrounded by ancient, gnarled trees, the chapel stands as a solitary monument to a time long past. From a distance, it looks like any other ruin: weathered stone, a collapsed roof, and windows that stare out like vacant sockets. But as you get closer, you start to feel it, a certain weight in the air, a stillness that seems to hum with unspoken secrets. The chapel dates back to the 14th century, built by a reclusive order of monks. Local legends, however, tell a different story. They speak of a place that was old long before the first stone was laid, a site of ancient rituals and power. The name, Chapel of the Hollow Eyes, doesn't come from its empty windows, but from something far more unsettling. Inside, the chapel is surprisingly intact in places. Faded frescoes cling to the walls, depicting scenes that are more pagan than pious. But the true heart of the mystery lies with the statues. Lining the nave are figures of saints and patrons, but their faces are all wrong. Where their eyes should be, there are only smooth, deep, hollowed-out sockets. Historians argue this was an act of iconoclasm, a defacement during a period of religious upheaval. But the local folklore offers a chillier explanation. They say the statues were never carved with eyes. The monks who built this place believed that to give them sight would be to invite unseen things to look back through them, to peer into our world from another. The most famous, or infamous, of these is the statue of the chapel's patron, a figure whose identity is lost to time. It stands near the altar, larger than the others. Its hollow eyes seem to follow you, drawing you in. People who have spent time alone in the chapel report a strange phenomenon. They say if you stare into the statue's empty gaze for too long, you begin to see things: flickering lights, shifting shadows, even fleeting images in the darkness of the stone. Is it a trick of the light, the power of suggestion, or is there something more to the legend? Over the centuries, countless stories have been told about the chapel. Tales of travelers who sought shelter within its walls and vanished without a trace. Stories of strange melodic chanting heard on moonless nights, carried on the wind from the empty ruin. One of the most persistent legends is that of the Watcher. It's said that the spirit of the chapel's first builder still resides here, tasked with ensuring the statues remain blind. He roams the grounds, a silent guardian against anyone who might try to awaken the stone figures. Some visitors have claimed to see a hooded figure moving among the trees at twilight, only to disappear when they look again. We spent hours exploring the grounds, and I have to admit, there's an undeniable atmosphere here. You feel watched, not in a threatening way, but in a curious, ancient way. As the sun began to set, the light streamed through the empty windows, casting long, distorted shadows that danced across the stone floor. The hollow eyes of the statues seemed to deepen, to become portals to an endless dark. We didn't see any hooded figures or hear any disembodied chanting, but what we did experience was a profound sense of history and awe. The Chapel of the Hollow Eyes is more than just a spooky ruin. It's a place that asks us to consider the beliefs of those who came before us. What did they fear? What did they revere? The hollow eyes of the statues don't give up their secrets easily. They simply watch and wait, holding the stories of centuries within their silent, stone gaze. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What if the monks were right? What if some doors are best left unopened and some eyes are best left blind? The chapel is a powerful reminder that there are mysteries in this world that science and history may never fully explain. It's a place where your imagination is free to wander into the shadows of the past. Thank you for joining me on this journey to the Chapel of the Hollow Eyes. It's places like this that remind us our world is filled with wonder and mystery, just waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this exploration, please hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures into the unknown, and ring that notification bell. Let me know in the comments what you think about the legends. Until next time, stay curious.